The FPL Watchlist, where Bacon Boy gets the magnifying glass out, having a browse at all of the best FPL players, suggesting either to buy or bin.
I like it.
With the first player to buy this week being Reece Jim Jams. Now, Reece's Puffs is currently the second most transferred player in this week, which obviously means he's going to score all of the FPL points. But to be fair though, he has actually been doing absolute bits so far this season, with 4 goals and 3 assists in just 6 starts. And he's a bloody defender! With those starts also including a 28-minute run out before getting injured, and then also a first half red card. I like it. But that also means he has now had an attacking return in every single Premier League game he started so far this season. Oh, which kind of does sound pretty damn naughty for a defender, right? Defender, definitely. But will that actually continue? Well, to be honest, that is actually in the top 10 questions science can't answer. Will Reece James continue doing all the bits? We don't know. But maybe what I'm about to say right here will help us maybe predict what could happen. Where James, per 90 this season, has generated more XG than any other Chelsea defender so far, and also more XG per 90 than the likes of Ivan Toney and Hwang this season. You know, strikers. He's a defender, okay. But also, he's got a better XA per 90 than all the other Chelsea defenders as well, but also more XA per 90 than the likes of Bruno Fernandes and even the giant diving calf man Jack Grealish, the 2 most creative players for their own team. Oh, okay. But if that wasn't good enough, James is also in the unbreakable Chelsea defence, who have the second best XG conceded so far, and have conceded the least amount of goals, and have the most clean sheets out of all teams so far as well this season. So, if you just add all of them up, you actually have an orgasmic recipe for all of the FPL points. Literally all of them. Amazing. All of this so far this season, though, has been mainly because he's kind of been playing in the easier games because he's missed a few other games. So yeah, he has done it against the wibbly-wobbly opponents, but will he do it against the tough cookie ones? Probably, but we'll have to see. Like, I doubt he'll be able to keep this up, but it's not going to go down to 0, you know. It's only going to go down a bit. He's still going to get returns. Definitely making him a buy this week. Shut up and take my money. The rotation risk factor may come up in this busy bee schedule, but with James being the only natural right wing back at the Chelsea, I'd say he'll probably start most, if not all, games, right? And he will also get those cameo appearances, which sometimes are an unlucky because he's going to block an automatic sub, right? But to be honest, with this Christmas schedule being so busy, if you got loads of Man City players, loads of Chelsea players, or just other rotation risky players, then that potential of the added cameo of that extra 1 point might actually come in handy for the next few weeks. So with that, it could actually be a good thing, not a bad thing. Great success. So all of that is what makes Sir James here the first player to buy on the watch list. Yeah. Where the next player I'm suggesting to buy is another Chelsea player, but on loan from them, It's Conor Gallagher. The Sir B-Tech Frank Lampard is the actual most transferred player in this week, so again, definitely guaranteed to get all of the points. But all of those transfers are mainly due to the fact he's now scored in back-to-back games, making him have a total of 4 goals and 4 assists so far this season. Not too bad at all for a less than 6 million price midfielder, is it? No. What's more impressive than that, though, is the fact that Palace have arguably had the toughest fixtures out of any other team so far this season, already playing the likes of Chelsea, Man City and Liverpool all away from home, along with playing the West Ham, Spurs, Brighton, Leicester, Arsenal, Wolves, literally the lot, all of the hard fixtures. So the fact that Mr. Gallagher right here has done that well against them teams, oh boy, what's yet to come. But you know what? Does that actually mean that Palace will be able to play as well as they have done against the smaller teams? Maybe they benefited from this counter-attack, let the other team attack first. And maybe they might not actually be as good when they're on the front foot and have to break a team down, But in my opinion, I do think Palace are good enough for that, and especially a player like Gallagher, who's going to be in the box running in whenever he can, and also just loves a long-range shot as well. He could still get all the goals. And if you do want a Palace player right now, the long head boy right here is definitely the one on top you should look to get in. Palace do play the likes of Burnley, Villa and Leeds in their next 3, also only playing one top 6 team in over 10 game weeks, with that one team being Man United, managed by Ole. So effectively, they don't play any top 6 team in over 10 game weeks. A great success. So right here, we've got great value, great numbers so far, and just an absolute great player. Definitely making him high up on the watch list here. With him also being an absolute workhorse, he runs around forever, so I doubt he'll be too rotation risky. He might get subbed off early to give some other player some minutes, but I reckon he's probably going to start almost every game. So to Connor, don't say goodbye, say hello, because you're going to bye. Forwarding on to the final buy on this watch list, it's actually going to be the absolute boy, Harold Kane. Hey! He has been Harold Payne to own this season so far, because he just forgot how to football, hasn't he? But now that he has gone and scored a hat-trick against some Albanian hairdressers and farmers, he's obviously going to change it all around and score all the goals in the Prem, right? That's how it works, yeah? But no. Okay. Kante coming in, Kane with a great scoring and assisting potential, penalties, and also with those sexy green fixtures, all whilst he's only owned by 7% of players. Yeah, that's going straight in my basket right now. Please, I need it. Now, I do get if people aren't quite sold on him, because to be honest, I'm not 100% fully convinced, but with the likes of Vardy not doing too great, Lukaku not quite back yet, and also Ronaldo with some tough fixtures, Kane just on paper could be the striker, the forward to go for, and the one that could start picking it up across these good fixtures, playing Leeds, Burnley, Brentford and Norwich, all in the next 4, and 3 of those being at home as well. Now that is proper nipple teasing if I've ever heard something in my life ever. The great thing about Kane too is the fact that Spurs don't have another striker like him. So it's probably very, very little risk of him being rotated. Never mind just some minutes off some games. He's gonna start every game he possibly can. So throughout this busy schedule, you don't need to worry about him not starting. With the likes of a Vardy, the likes of even a Ronaldo could get benched every now and again. I don't know how, but they will. But what's even better than that is the fact that if it doesn't work out for Kane, he can be an easy sell after these 4 games, with the likes of Ronaldo have a very sexy run of fixtures after that. Or maybe a Lukaku is back and firing again. So basically, right here, you get an opportunity to gain some amazing differential points very short term, potentially keep him longer term if he starts doing bits as well. But if it doesn't work out, if it is a bit of a unlucky, no worries, you can get other players on after that, as you have loads of exit routes to go for. So if you think about it, literally nothing can go wrong. Amazing. Making him the final player I'm suggesting to buy this week, but not it for the watch list. Oh, wait, what? What's that? As in this brand new series, I will not only suggest 3 players I think you should buy, but I'm also going to suggest 1 popular player you should consider selling as well. Oh, with that player currently living in the garbage as we speak right now, as he is the player we're going to bin this week. It is Jamie Vardy. Oh, what? That's right. The party man is actually going to be a party pooper right here, as I am suggesting to sell him this week. But remember, this is not me saying if you have him 100% get rid of him, and I'm not saying take hits to get rid of him either, but it is more, or maybe just consider selling, and here's why. The corner flag destroyer man has scored 7 goals this season, not too bad, but has been proper dipping in form quicker than an Olympic diver jumps off the podium, which, whee! As in the last 3 games, Leicester, not good, and they had good fixtures, and Vardy managed to accumulate a whopping 2 shots in 3 games. What? I swear Shane Duffy has had more shots than that in the last 3. Like, okay. And not only are Leicester not amazing right now, they've just been kind of wibbly-wobbly all season, I don't really think you can trust them right now, can you? But guess what? For Vardy himself, it could even get worse. Where not only has he just blanked in the last 3 games, he does play Chelsea next, which, is a guaranteed blank because we've all got Chelsea defenders. Watch Vardy score a hat-trick against them. Now that would be pretty unlucky. But yeah, it's not a good fixture for Vardy at all. But also, it is quite damn likely that Vardy will not start every game in the next 5 to 10 game weeks. This because so far this season, he's been getting his much needed rest in the midweek games, in the Europa League for the Leicester, where the likes of Iheanacho and Daka have come in, But now, over the Christmas schedule, there's so many FPL game weeks straight after one another that the midweek games are not Europa League. The midweek games are actually Premier League right now. So if it does continue that Vardy does need a bit of a rest, not only he might not start every game, but even if he does get close to that, he's going to get taken off quite a bit earlier, I do think so. That's not to say that's guaranteed, right? He might not need the rest. He might just been given Daka and Iheanacho a chance. But I do kind of think he's going to miss a few games, miss quite a few minutes and all that. But what does Bacon Boy know? Am I the Leicester manager? No. Fair enough. But right here, we have a striker out of form, in a team that's not too convincing, a bad fixture this week, so a good time to sell, but also could become a rotation risk later on in their better fixtures, whilst also their manager is actually linked to a move away, potentially to Man United. I don't know if that will happen, probably not, but there's getting some traction around that, which, you know, just could affect performances and all that. So basically, yeah, it's a bit of a oh dear right there, isn't it? It doesn't sound too great, but then again, you might just look at it and be like, Vardy, he doesn't need to be in a team doing well. He will just get moments. He will get a few penalties maybe. And their fixtures after Chelsea are actually pretty good. That's if Vardy actually plays. So maybe you can look at it and be like, nah, I'm willing to keep, you know, Kane's not convincing me. No one else convincing me. I'll keep for now. But for me, I am actually much preferring Kane right now, as I think that risk is definitely just more worth it if you can afford it. If you can't, then I like it. So again, it's not me saying definitely sell Vardy. It's more of a, all of these bad points, Vardy. All of these good points, Kane. You decide the rest. But that makes the Jamie Vardy man the first ever player we have officially binned on the watch list here. Wow. 3 buys, 1 bin. Vardy binned. Unlucky to you. But that is gonna be it for today for my brand new and improved watch list series, where, like I said, I go through 3 different players to consider buying this week. 1 defender, 1 midfielder, and 1 forward. But then also suggesting a popular player to sell this week as well. Wow, spicy that is. Let me know if you've enjoyed and want more of this watch list series. Thanks for watching, and also remember,
don't be a cheeky scrub. Subscribe to Nathan Bacon right now. Don't let your memes be dreams.